What is up, guys? What is up? Just getting off work and coming from the hospital. Had to have a little work done on my foot, but the pick is in. The pick is in. Pick 13, tight end, Georgia, Brock Bowers. Now, it's crazy because last show, if you guys don't remember, me and Afakasi were talking about, kind of like, I was saying, like, I wouldn't even be mad if we got Brock Bowers, at that pick 13 because it would be a weapon. It would be a good weapon on the other side of Mayer, and it's crazy. That is what happened. You know, it's crazy. I know I wanted a corner myself. A lot of people wanted to tackle. A lot of people wanted a quarterback, and the way it went, all the quarterbacks got took off the board. A lot of crazy things. One of the crazy ones was Atlanta taking Michael Penix. That was crazy. I think that was a crazy pick, being that they got Kirk Cousins coming back from injury, and then you pick up Penix coming off injury. So I don't know. That's crazy. I think that's why Atlanta's always, going downhill. But to us, we're on the rise. We are on the rise. Let me see who's popping out there. Oh man, yeah, it's crazy, 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 crazy. Yep, shout to everybody. Yeah, so we got Michael Mayer last year. Um, he started coming on towards the end of the year. He's gonna be something else. Like we needed some help in that department because, like I said, defense wasn't our problem. Offense was, and we need more weapons. If we're gonna rock with who we're gonna rock with, because obviously we didn't trade up, so we got some picks now, y'all. Like this is a good thing. Like we didn't sell the farm. Yeah, we didn't get any of the top guys, but hey, no, maybe they didn't want to trade. Maybe I think we retch out, but it just wasn't popping. And they ain't gonna make no silly mistakes of getting too many picks and all that kind of stuff. So we have some weapons now. Because like I was saying, like shout to Loon and them too, man. I was on with them for the draft show, but my internet went out, so by the time it came back on, I hopped back on, but it was too late. So, but shout to them too. Uh, but yeah, like I think this is so you would have Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, um, Trey Tucker, Michael Mayer, Brock Bowers. I don't know about you, but I think that's a complete offense. So, because I think if we all we needed was really threats. All we needed was threats. We had a vanilla offense these last couple years under McDaniels. It was just crazy. Like just things weren't gelling. But adding a little bit more speed factor, um, will be a good thing for us. And it's I like it. I like it. Like I said, I wanted a DB, but I like it. I like the pick. I wanted us to just get better, man. I'm big on adding offensive weapons. I'm good on that because the rest of the league is going to get better. They're going to get faster. They're going to get quicker. They're going to get better. So we always have to keep pace, and we always have to bulk our team up too. We cannot fall behind. Like we can, you know, we can get a tackle, or we can get a corner later. You know what I mean? But I'm curious to see. I'm trusting. I'm trusting so far. This was you know, kind of crazy because it was kind of like one of those. For me, I know for sure it was like one of those. Like, damn, that would be crazy if, like, say Brock, because I seen him kind of high up there, so I was like, that would be crazy if he fell to us and we got to add someone like that to our offense would be pretty dope. Because him, Harrison, I said Harrison Barnes. What's his name? Harrison Bryant and Michael Mayer. I think that's a good tight end room with Fotheringham, in the on deck. So I don't know how a lot feel about it, but could have been worse. Let me. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Let me. Give me 1 second, y'all. Dude, 1 second, y'all. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yep, yep, yep. Never, never, never. Nah, nah, I'm back, y'all. Here we go. We're gonna have a guest in a minute. We're gonna have a guest in a minute. But yeah, I like the pick. Curious to see what we're gonna do tomorrow. You know, we'll have a couple rounds to play with. Um, so far, so good. You know, I want to see how the rest shakes out before I, start celebrating and fist pumping and all that. But yeah, I it could have been worse. You know, like if we added, I don't know. I'm curious to see what the rest of the draft like. Who knows? We could have traded, possibly traded up on now. But I'm curious to see what my buddy thinks about this. Yeah, but I sent that to you, bro. So yeah, this is what sucks about round one for us is we only got one pick. So we can't rave or rant over one pick. Let's see, let me check something out, but we'll just read. I'm just gonna read. So you got 6'4", 240 for Georgia. Pick 13 to LV. So let's see. No info. Oh, they got him as a Raider now. So yeah, but we can do a rundown of the draft though. So you got pick number 1. You had Caleb Williams. Washington took Jaden Daniels. Drake May went to the Patriots. You have Marvin Harrison going to the Cardinals. Got Joe Alt to the Chargers. Malik Neighbors to New York. Got Latham to the Titans at 7. Penix to Atlanta. Crazy. Adunze to Chicago. I like it. No surprise, surprise. J.J. McCarthy to the Vikings. You got Fashanu to the Jets. Bo Nix to the Donkeys. Brock Bowers to us. Fuaga to the Saints. Knew that. Yeah, I just covered up the card for that one. That's crazy. But that was where I left him. So Milka Beasley was crazy. Yeah, what's going on with everybody? Yeah, I sent a link to I was waiting for him to come on, but it's taking a little minute. Oh shit. There we go. Okay. Yep, so so how does everybody feel? Hmm? How does everybody feel? Hell yeah. Yeah. Excuse me guys. I know the energy is not here. You know what I mean? I'm just a little tired, but I'm hanging in. Hanging in. I definitely wanted to just talk about this because I don't know. We've had some terrible first round picks. We've had some questionable first round picks. This one, semi questionable, but definitely could have been worse. So we're adding to this offense. And I think I was saying that a little earlier. I wanted to basically get us better, get our offense better, make sure that our tight ends got some action because last year we struggled. That was one of our struggles. And we had the wide receivers. That was not a problem. Jacoby ate, Devontae ate. But when it came to tight ends, it was rare. So adding these players are clutch. Because when you think about it, there is the a hole. You know what I mean? Because we only have Mayer and Bryant. And then, everyone says we all say Fotheringham, but I think Brock Bowers can give us an upgrade over Fotheringham to add to that mix. So let's do it. Shout to Fotheringham too. No diss on him because I like his play too. But we compete with a great division. We have one of the best divisions, if not the best division. So the Donkeys have Bo Nix. Good for you. Happy for you. Glad you guys pulled that off. Good luck with that. So that's going to be a fun matchup. Also, we're going against the Chargers, going against the Donkeys are pretty much out of it. The Chargers, yeah, but KC, we always have to compete with KC. We always have to beat KC. I think this will be. That's what I said. This is why it sucks that it's only one pick. It's only one pick. Let me see. I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna try to send them another. Okay, for sure. All right, y'all, for sure. So, like I said, we have a very special guest, and let me see.
I'm back.
What up?
Long time no see, brother. Long time no
Yeah,
see. Let me align this for you guys a little bit.
I thought you was gonna have the dashiki on when you came back, bro.
The Daishiki? What? I got I guess I haven't even talked to you much being I think I talked last time we spoke with you was before went to South Africa.
Yeah.
I got a small little thing. 1 second, let me get it. It's got some black on it, you know what I'm saying? Got some
Okay.
black on it, you know. So I got the
And-
bucket hat. You
and
know, it
that's
doesn't really go with the headphones, but we'll make it work.
And guys, that's real live zebra. That's
Yeah, I
real
literally
live
killed
zebra.
it myself in South Africa, guys. I swear to God, it's real and true. I've got the pics to prove it. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of
Take this thing off. This isn't-
that's dope though. That's real authentic.
Yeah. It was a great experience. One of these days I'll have to tell you about it. But I think something even crazier is the NFL drafts. Everything, not even the Raiders, bro, everything. I was like, whoa, what the hell happened here? Like the Falcons picking Michael Penix. No, I'm not even sad that happened. I wasn't one of those people who's like, oh, Raiders got to draft Michael Penix already. No, whatever. It is what it is. But that's insane. The Falcons, they don't even need a quarterback, so they literally thought that he was like the best player to choose.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy given that the guy had like 4 season-ending injuries.
Yeah.
But
and with Kirk Cousins coming off injury, you know what I mean? So it's just like that third guy better get ready.
Yeah, that third quarterback, he better get ready.
I bet when he heard that pick, he was like, he said, "So you saying I got a chance?" Yeah. So, but Brock Bowers,
Napa, he's a Napa local.
Brock Bowers,
and Michael Mayer, baby.
Yeah, that's gonna be lethal right there. Devontae and Jacoby. Trey Tucker running like crazy.
running a straight, just a go route. Literally just a go route. Doesn't give a fuck. Hail Mary every single time, bro.
Because I mean, woo-wee. So do you think that we're thinking quarterback? You know what I mean? Or are we gonna fill some other slots? Or do you think that's the next move, quarterback?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Just depends on who the Raiders think is. I say they should just stick with their board. You know, from what it seems like, since Bowers isn't at a position of need, the Raiders are smartly drafting just best prospect available, which is basically always the best move. Like, I think it's fine to trade up and down in a draft relative to need a little bit if like a certain guy is falling. Mm-hmm. But when it's your turn to pick, you always got to choose. I think I told that to you before. Like, when it's your turn to pick, you choose the best guy available. Yeah. You know, but I do think there is a decent chance that on day 2, the Raiders, whether it's second round, third round, some kind of trade or this and that, you know, that they draft Spencer Rattler, the guy from I think Southern Carolina, who's a solid guy and I think a good developmental guy that can that you know it could take a year or 2 to learn, but has a really high ceiling if you ask me, because that's I think the thing missing from our Raiders room is a high ceiling. I feel like the floor is pretty high and. Still, I'd say the jury's still out on Aiden O'Connell, and actually, from what I've seen on Gardner Minshew, I liked him more and more the more he's been around. But, I'm eyeing Spencer. Even going into this draft, I had a feeling we weren't going to draft a quarterback in the first round, and then I just had a feeling we would draft Spencer Rattler. So, whether or not I go on for tomorrow or whatever, or the day after, just keep in mind Raiders, Spencer Rattler. Just keep those 2 things in mind. We'll see where Spencer Rattler goes. Also, shout out to the Broncos for being dumbasses. Bro, drafting Bo Nix in the first round, bro. That guy is literally most of his passes were behind the line of scrimmage, dude. Yeah, like that guy.
That's where we want him.
You're welcome. I mean, whatever. Yeah. To be fair, I actually am a believer in who's their technical starting quarterback who replaced Wilson and Derek Carr. I keep.
Stidham.
Yeah, Stidham. I actually am a Stidham believer, so I'm a Stidham truther. In all fairness, but that's a total waste of a first round pick, if you ask me.
Yeah, but they're dumb though. That's what they do. It's bad call.
It is what it is. Yeah. Well, that's crazy though. What happened to drop 5 QBs in the first 10 picks, 4 QBs in the first 8. That is fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was
That is
straight.
absolutely insane. Literally never seen before.
Yeah.
Literally never seen before. I was actually kind of hoping once what's his face JJ McCarthy started falling, I was like, yo, can we get on board JJ? Can we get that QB that we've been looking for? I'm pretty high on JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
One of my new coworkers, well, he's a trainee, but I think he's probably going to stick around. He was actually a Vikings fan. And he was like, I don't want us to draft anyone. I think all the quarterbacks suck because most first round quarterbacks don't even really make it, which is true, actually.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, you got to draft a quarterback in the first round. And what's the success rate of quarterbacks in the first round, particularly recently?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the draft plays out. See if the Raiders end up trading into the first round for someone who falls.
Yeah.
If they just stay put with what I think the 44th pick in the draft, I think.
Yeah, 44.
And because last year we got a pretty good second round pick. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, and this in this regime we trust.
Yeah, hey. And Antonio Pierce we trust, baby. We put it with Raider Nation. The Raiders, we entrust the team to Antonio Pierce, man.
Yeah.
Tom Telesco and Antonio Pierce will lead the way. You know, I feel like Tom Telesco has grown on me a little bit. I wanted us to go with Champ Kelly for general manager. I feel like Tom Telesco has grown on me a little bit, but we'll see how things go. I have no issues at all with the Raiders going best prospect available in the first round. The first round is not where you should be making reaches, if you ask me. Unlike the Broncos, unlike the fucking Arizona Falcons. Not the Atlanta Falcons. Sorry. Well, crazy thing again for them, I don't think on their draft board, I think they had Michael Penix high. So for them, they didn't think it was a reach because again, quarterback is in a position of need. But whatever.
Michael Nix.
Michael Nix. What? Who?
No, because Michael Vick, Michael Nix. The Atlanta's trying to bring that back. Mike Nix.
Yeah, or something, man. Get something going with Michael Penix. Yeah, Michael Nix. Yeah. But it's gonna be interesting, man, seeing how the rest of the draft plays out. How do you feel in terms of like the position of need versus best prospect available? Who are you when it was the Raiders' turn to pick? Who were you like? Oh, fingers crossed. I hope they pick this guy. Who did you have locked in?
Mine would have been corner. Mine would have been either like Mitchell
or Arnold, right? Terrion Arnold or Kenyon Mitchell.
Yeah.
True.
If we had to trade it back, I would have liked to have Wiggins if we could have traded back or whatever too. But that was just me. That was my first move.
I respect, but in Antonio Pierce we trust, and Tom Telesco we trust. I have a feeling the Raiders are extremely, extremely happy with getting Brock Bowers, given what I've seen from like some beat writers in the draft room. They're like saying like the Raiders literally just did not expect Brock Bowers to fall to them. They're like, how the fuck did this guy fall all the way to us? So they probably thought he was like the third or the fifth best player in the draft, and they got him with the 13th pick.
Yeah, which like when you think about it, it's a hole. You know what I mean? Because I mean, Mike Mayer, we kind of gave up a lot. I was saying that kind of on my last live too, though. But a lot of as long as it's a starter and it fills a spot, you know what I mean? Like I'm good with the pick because that is like if you look at my mock drafts, I always get a tight end. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's
I like that.
Like because I feel like that is a hole. I would have put that kind of later off, but at least it was the best damn tight end in the bunch
by a country mile.
Yeah, because like last year, like Laporta, I was talking about that too. Laporta went off this year. You know what I mean? He was just in the best situation, and he had Goff. He had Jared Goff. You know what I mean? So
Okay, who's solid? He's
yeah,
a solid QB. I mean, I guess he's played in the Super Bowl. He's played in
yeah,
the championship. Almost made it to the Super Bowl this year. I mean, shit.
yeah,
So
yes,
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I feel like the crazy thing about even if we had, because a lot of people think, oh, Laporte probably really good. It seems really good draft pick. I feel like if the Raiders gotten him, we wouldn't have gotten the production out of him that the Lions did, because
yeah,
just the things were really hectic last year. And I'm really surprised that a lot of people in Raider Nation aren't super high on our prospects for this upcoming season, regardless of what happens. Like, even if you have a very negative view of our quarterback room in terms of Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew, okay, Antonio Pierce coached the team to a winning fucking record, and literally in the middle of it was a disaster. The season was a literal fucking disaster. Okay, our defense is already upgraded. We're gonna plug a hole at cornerback one way or another. We're gonna find a
yeah,
way to do that. And literally in a disaster of a season, he coached us into a winning record. And the team, in my opinion, has only improved. The coaching staff has only improved. How aren't we going to make leaps and bounds and maintain that winning record? If not, take it to the stratosphere and make a real run in the playoffs. That's my thought. Is again, it was a worse situation last year, and Antonio Pierce got us a winning record. So why can't he be expected to do better? That's my thought. And Antonio Pierce we trust, baby.
yeah. Like I think the pick when I think you asked me what was the pick I was kind of going for when I was trying to think whatever makes the team better, of course, but what team would I have not been high on would have been probably tackle. I mean, not that I wouldn't have liked it. I just wouldn't have. It would have. I understand the need. It's just I want I want the weapon. You know what I
The
mean?
weapon.
I want the
True,
weapon.
true. And
I want the weapon.
I think, if we would have gone tackle, I think it would have been that guy Fuaga,
Yeah.
and actually Eli, who you've met, my boss right now,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Niner fan. He said that he was actually hoping that Fuaga would follow him. I'm like, bro, you're a psychopath. Fuaga falling to you, bro. That's not
Yeah.
you're
Nah.
not gonna go to 31. And
Yeah.
speaking of, right after the Raiders got their pick in, the Saints put their pick in and drafted Fuaga. So
Yeah. I seen that.
let me actually look at the drive. I haven't seen the update. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, yeah, that Atlanta one was the crazy one for me. Like, cause everything else kind of made sense, but that one was crazy.
Yeah, that was like the one. Also, a little bit the Tennessee Titans. I was a little bit surprised that it was JT Latham. They drafted, but makes sense. Um, yeah, yeah. Everyone else, I was like, even though a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Bo Nix and the Broncos," like it's probably going to happen. I thought that was just the media being idiots, and I didn't think that was actually going to happen.
Yeah, I thought
The
that's
same.
what
I
we
thought it
thought
was
too.
the media being like, "Whoa, well, because who's their coach? Who's the coach of the Broncos?
Oh,
The
what's
guy
his
who literally
name?
coached Drew Brees."
The Saints dude.
Or was, yeah, God,
Oh yeah.
come on.
Oh yeah. Damn, I just said Sean Payton.
Yeah, Sean Payton.
Sean
I
Payton.
literally thought it was people just being dumb, like, "Oh, well, since Sean Payton likes Drew Brees, and you can kind of theoretically maybe make a comparison with Bo Nix and
Oh,
Drew Brees,
Nix.
that means they're just gonna reach
Yeah.
for Bo Nix in the first
Yeah.
round." I thought I was like, no, that's obvious. Look, the Broncos aren't that dumb. They are.
Yeah.
The narrator pauses. They were in fact that dumb. Like, okay,
Yeah, him and Drew Brees very accurate. His passes are just behind the line of scrimmage.
whereas Drew Brees can
Yeah.
just throw fucking bombs
Yeah.
just down the field, bro.
Yeah, he was sick with it. Never had to run because his arm would just do it all.
Yeah. You think what do you think? You think whatever, I'll let you say something. I've been talking a little bit.
Oh no.
God, my one question is super premature. Next season, do you think going into next season, do you think Aiden O'Connell is going to be the starter? Presumptive starter at the very least. That's just a thought. It just popped into my mind. It's like, will AOC do it against the odds and probably be the presumptive starter? I'm just I'm just thinking ahead randomly.
I want to bank on them, like but I have to see one more year. I have to see one more year to make a fair,
That's
because
true.
I
That's only
yeah
fair. That's only fair, in my opinion. That's
yeah
literally only fair.
yeah honestly, and I want to see another year, but I'm okay with Minshew. Like I feel like Minshew can do the damn thing too. So
Either one.
yeah,
I think AOC probably at least going into this year will be our
mm,
starter. I was just thinking of going into next year, whether or not that's going to be the case. And
yeah,
yeah, like for the 2025 season, I guess.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, man, it's going to be exciting stuff with this draft. Nothing super crazy I've seen in the later draft picks. You watch Have you been watching Max Crosby's podcast?
A little bit too. I missed I think the last one with
Laiatu Latu, who actually just got picked by the Colts.
oh
Well, not
dang.
just, but
Yeah. Who's their quarterback now? Oh yeah, Richardson. That's right.
oh, I didn't realize this.
Hmm.
I didn't realize this. Also, Minnesota, they literally traded up twice. Literally traded up twice. Um, they actually traded up with their second first round pick
Yeah.
from 23 to 17 to get Dallas Turner.
Oh wow.
So they've been making some aggressive moves.
Damn, I was wrong. I said they were gonna get, I think, Troy Franklin, but yeah,
Yeah. Um,
Alpha One was good.
that's crazy though. 2 trades in the first round from the Vikings. That's kind of it's. I'm not sure if that's happened before. I mean, probably right, but two separate different trades in the first round is not. I'm not sure if I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's crazy. JJ goes to a good situation there too.
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah, that's a good situation for JJ. Wasn't happy to see him not follow us, but
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Brock Bowers. Intuitively, I have a feeling Brock Bowers was higher on the Raiders draft board than JJ McCarthy. In all fairness, but
Yeah.
yeah. Also, the prediction of like a record number of offensive linemen being picked in the first round, I
Yeah.
think is coming true. Let's see how many offensive linemen have already picked. Let's see, Joe Alt 1, J.C. Latham 2, Fashanu 3, Fuaga 4, Mims 5, Troy Fautanu 6. Is my math right? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think that's
Um, I think that's a record number of tackles. A record number of tackles taken. But and probably more to come. Probably more to come.
I forgot. Did I ask you what was your pick that you wanted? Like if you wanted to if you had your choice, which would it be?
For me, I probably would have, particularly with how the draft played out, I probably would have traded up. Like I don't know, to number 8 or something,
Mm-hmm.
to get JJ McCarthy or something.
Okay.
Yeah, probably I would have I probably would have been someone who was in favor. Me personally, even though I think the talent that Michael Penix Jr. Had is super high as a prospect, I'm not comfortable drafting him. I'm not even sure if I'm comfortable drafting him with our second round pick, but yeah, that's kind of how low I view him because of those 4 season ending injuries he had. If it was like 1 season ending injury, maybe 2 on the same thing, then it is. But 4 like separate injuries, all on like different actually parts of the body, I'm pretty sure that's kind of a no. Even if he did play 2 years in a row, which is what the Michael Penix people say. But yeah, I probably would have liked us to trade for JJ McCarthy. And then if not, I wasn't eyeing someone super strongly. But I felt good when it was the time time for the Raiders to pick. I was like, I was literally on the phone with Eli. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's either going to be Bowers or Fuaga. And those were the 2 people drafted in order, actually. The Raiders got Bowers, and then Fuaga went right after. So I literally said that to him. on the call. So I'm pretty fine with us drafting Bowers, and I'm glad what it communicates, which is that the Raiders are not drafting based on need, but actually drafting best player available or best prospect. Excuse me.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad we didn't. I mean, really, nobody. Well, except for the Vikings, traded. Nobody really traded up. Everyone kind of stayed put and made their pick for the most part until we got to kind of mid round. Yeah, that's
Yeah, Alpha One. Yeah, don't see strides. We take Rattler or Jordan Davis. 100%. 100%.
crazy. Oh shit. Okay. That's crazy. This thing's tripping.
Do you think we should get the quarterback on day 2, or wait until day 3, or maybe even not to get a quarterback? What do you think?
I mean, if it's Rattler, yes, or someone like
David Jordan Travis, or maybe one of the kind of
Jordan Travis would be cool too, but with the second pick, he would.
Not with the second pick. Early as third pick, but probably fourth.
Yeah. See, out of those first 4 picks, I want definite starters. I want people that can pretty much help now. Like at least 3. But I mean, I think 4. I think we can get more. Shit, probably get more than that. But I mean, as long as we keep getting better, like we got the best tight end so far. So let's get the best. Let's get the best DB, I guess, next. Because I mean, I don't know if a lot of DBs got took already. Because we thought Mitchell, remember, was gonna go kind of early and shit.
Nah, he's still. We could trade up and draft him right now if we wanted. Not a single corner has been drafted. Not a single one.
Yeah, we got picks. 2, D-line. Joe Milton. I don't know, like Joe Milton, I like the speed, I do, but and I like the arm. You know what I mean? He's got the arm shit. All he's got to do is if we add some more speed, if we can get, I don't know, Worthy or Mitchell are there still from Texas. Probably, yeah. They probably won't get picked till second round.
It'll be interesting though.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was telling them it sucks. It's only one pick today.
Yeah,
it's like all this hype for
day 1. It's like, oh, the pick happens. Like, oh shit, yeah, and then like 30 minutes later, like, what am I doing for the rest of the day? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Day 2 will be interesting, but I wanted to pay attention to day 1 because I knew that would set the tone for the rest of the draft.
Yeah.
For like day 2 and 3, based on what we did for day 1. If we traded up for a quarterback, if we stayed put, if we traded up for someone else, if we traded back in the draft, what would that communicate?
Yeah. What would that be? Yeah. Yeah. I'm anxious all over again because it was the whole getting to the draft period, and then now it's like, okay, we got Brock Bowers.
Now we're here. It's like you've been waiting. Now we're here.
Yeah, like we got Brock. So like now what are we gonna do? What are we gonna add next? Like what are they thinking now? What do you think they're thinking? Like to go tight end. That's kind of like what in my opinion, that's kind of like a icing on the cake kind of pick. Like you're like, we can just add this and kind of put us over. Put us over the top. Like
a little bit. I mean, I feel like minus. I guess the right side of the offensive line could arguably be a bit better, but we do got that guy. I can't believe I'm misremembering his name. The guy who we got in the 7th round, who plays right tackle for us.
Oh, Mumford.
Yeah, Mumford. He can definitely start. There's no problem at all with him starting. We need a guy at right guard one way or another. But worst case, we can get a free agent. But beyond maybe some questions on that part of the line. The Raiders' offense is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. Shame we lost Josh Jacobs, by the way, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not willing to pay what was it? The Packers paid for him. That's a little too much for me. A little too much.
Yeah, I feel they're gonna probably draft early. That would be crazy too if they go running back for second pick.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
maybe there. I'm not sure. Maybe there's one or two running backs that are like second round pick worthy. There is depth in the running back position for this draft, but not like high end talent. Or at least based off of what we've seen in college. Um, so yeah,
Like I Raider Nation, I throw out all these crazy, scenarios because I mean, if you know our team, we always do the off the wall. So I'm trying to get, what I mean, that's why I'm trying to throw
no,
out all these crazy because I'm trying to think like them and try to see where they're coming from. Because this pick was kind of wild. No one probably seen this really coming. No one
I
really
did.
did.
A little bit. I actually did a
Yeah.
little bit, but certainly no one no one in like the media or necessarily even many probably general managers was like, oh yeah, Brock Bowers going to the Raiders, 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um, but the reason I thought we might get Brock Bowers is I just saw a lot of mock drafts. I heard that Brock Bowers was a high end talent, and I was like, I see all these mock drafts, and like Brock Bowers is just falling in part because there's so many quarterbacks are being picked in these mock drafts, and it seems like the mock drafts actually underestimated how much quarterbacks will be targeted in the first round. But yeah, that is what an insane draft for sure.
Yeah.
I look forward to what Chef Pierce has in the oven for what he's slow cooking right now in the oven.
Yeah.
You got that nice just broil in its own juices. I'm saying right now for day two, I'm looking forward to what the chef has the meal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's coming. And it's cool, man. Like Alpha One, I like your style. I like that. You're setting up AOC for success.
100%.
And that's cool. That's giving them another weapon. It's giving them another weapon to play with.
Yeah. And if they want to set them up for success, I look forward to us targeting offensive line to shore it up 100%.
Yeah. I wonder whether
Blair Mumford in the 7th round, then that's kind of nuts. Blair Mumford, 7th round, it's a value pick right there.
That's our starting tackle so far.
Right
so far. Yeah, so we're gonna see. So everyone that wanted tackle, disappointed. Everyone that wanted DB, disappointed. But it was like I think it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
Certainly. Oh, absolutely. Absolute, bro. If the Raiders drafted Bo Nix, I would have just killed myself on the spot.
That would have been. There would have been. Sad. It would have just been like, wow. I like the way. So far so good. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, certainly the pick is not like what the fuck level. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can justify the Brock Bowers pick saying, well, they just drafted who they thought was the best player. And if people want to disagree with that philosophy, they can, but the philosophy at least has merit, you know what I'm saying? Particularly in the first round. Yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. And hey, there is a chance that the Raiders pick, again, if we trade up, but I have a pretty strong feeling the Raiders aren't going to trade in the first round. What do you think? You think the Raiders are going to trade back into the first round? Or no?
I hope we trade back because in my opinion, if you're taking a tight end with your first pick, and then you go say trade up and then lose a pick. I mean that's unless you fill every hole with each draft pick. But
True.
you know what I mean. I just think that's
at this point you're like, no, trade back. Trade back, get more holes. You know what I'm saying? Trade, go back, bro.
Let's get more, like, because if the way the draft fell, there's still good players out there. So like we can come up, and then even if another team wants to break themselves, you know what I mean? Like, we could trade back a few spots and get that extra third or fourth, or you know what I mean? get another weapon.
By the way, your guy Mitchell just got drafted by the Eagles.
Dang. Oh, I've kind of seen that too because they traded no they signed what you call it, they signed oh my god, that's crazy. Wow. Well, there goes that.
Yeah. Well, we're
Arnold's still
just
there
talking
though.
about
Mhm.
how far there was a fall for the corners, but there you go.
All right,
Kenyon Mitchell.
I'm calling Nate Wiggins.
Matt Wiggs
At,
for the
at,
44th pick in the
with
NFL
the
draft
40
a lot.
with the 44th pick.
I respect that. I respect that.
Calling in now. That'd be crazy too if he's there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think him and Jack Jones would be hella raw. You know what I mean? I think they would be giving teams problems.
I don't think Jack Jones is that raw. I mean, Shadidou just made plays.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He came into a really crazy situation.
yeah,
He was literally just thrust into it. Totally new team. He expected to perhaps be a Patriot for life, but they literally wave his ass. They literally just wave him.
yeah.
And yeah. Also, there's a Alpha One brings a fair
Oh,
point. Well, no,
yeah.
Mitchell got drafted. Mitchell got drafted. I think you're
Yeah,
thinking of Terrion Arnold, Alpha One. He just got drafted right now. Kenyon Mitchell literally just got drafted by the Eagles, like literally right now.
yeah. He went to the Eagles.
Yeah, which is a good pick for them. I certainly didn't. It's not like I was really caring too much about what was happening in the 20s of this draft,
Yeah,
but I would not have expected Kenyon Mitchell to fall to 22.
yeah. That's
Or
crazy.
yeah,
Because when you think like I would have, because all the DBs were there, and we did that. Sorry, we did that shit last year too. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Well,
No,
Weatherspoon
no.
had got
Weatherspoon was
yeah,
taken. And to
yeah,
be fair, man, it's looking like um, Wilson's going to be a beast next year. He already showed that he made the leaps in the middle of last year after having a slow start, mostly because of injury and like literally missing the offseason program. I'm really high. I have like really high expectations for what Tyree Wilson's going to do next year, regardless of where they put him in the line, whether it's interior, whether it's outside.
yeah.
I have high expectations.
I was just about to ask you that too. I'm like, do you think? Because I've heard talks of both. I've heard that they're switching him to inside, but I feel like they're going to keep him at end. Like he'll just be a big,
They're just gonna do
yeah,
whatever. They're not
yeah,
gonna. I think what the Raiders believe is they did draft him as an edge, and so
mhm,
that's like kind of best for him. But they'll move him around as they need to do. Right, just depends on what the day needs. They lean towards edge, but we literally saw it last year. Our defensive minded head coach, you know,
mhm,
Antonio Pierce, he had him play on the interior sometimes, and then the outer edge another time. It just depends on who's healthy, who needs to take snaps off, all that stuff. What scheme they're showing for blocking, what kind of plays we want to run. I think they're going to keep flexible, but I'd say particularly long term, Tyree Wilson should be an edge with all those physical traits that he has and those really
yeah,
long arms, God gifted talents. I mean, you gotta have him on the edge, But he is
yeah.
flexible.
Yeah, the way remember he power blocked that first game. I think the first game he played where he blocked
Oh,
that dude.
like
I
the
was,
preseason or whatever.
yeah,
We literally just put a fucking,
yeah,
even though he didn't have good get he literally just put his like a starter, like a guy who like has
yeah,
played in the NFL, like an actual
yeah,
NFL player, put that
yeah,
dude on his ass. Literally
yeah.
put him on his ass in the
That was
preseason. I was like,
yes,
whoa. See why they drafted him, you know what I'm saying? Um,
yeah,
so yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Um,
So, what's our next need? What do you think? Where do we go?
in terms of need,
Yeah,
need. If I was drafting based on need, while also keeping in mind the level of talent, it's probably going to fall to us, and not. I don't have a perfect picture of the kind of talent that's going to be available. The 44th pick. I would say in terms of need, let's see. We're good at wide. We're pretty good at wide. We're good at tight end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're good enough at running back. Um, we could probably use in the second round. I could see us just based off of need, just doing some kind of right side of the offensive line, and also corner. You know, those are the two ones that kind of stand out to me as noteworthy needs. And yeah, I mean, we're talking corner and offensive line. I'd say those are the most glaring. Was that your cat?
Yeah.
This little battle cry, you know what I'm saying? Raiders, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she knows the line like.
Yeah, but yeah, probably corner or if we're just going based off of need, corner or offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Or maybe guard. I guess I don't really know how talent for that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. You said an interesting thing too when you said we're good enough at running back, and I feel kind of the same way. Like it's not great, but it's
I mean, Zamir has showed positive things. Now we're going to give him the keys. What do you got, Zamir? What do you got? You know,
Yeah.
there are some other guys that really interest. Have you been able to interview Sincere McCormick? You told me you were going to.
Yeah, not yet. We're still trying to. He's had a lot of stuff going, so I'm gonna get it going though.
Yeah, Sincere McCormick. Also, Britton Brown, the other seventh round pick, right next to what's his face. God, Mumford, Thayer Mumford from the same draft. Neither of those guys have really played many snaps for us, but they have upside. I think Britton Brown, really like big special teams guy. It'll be interesting to see what they do because they barely played any snaps. And for Britton Brown, he's going into his third year, which is kind of tough. It's kind of tough, you know. But
He just had that injury too coming. I think into this.
yeah,
They
he
were.
literally. I don't know if we would have, you know, released him or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, Britton Brown, yeah, he was like on injured reserve the whole season. He was like on that like preseason injured reserve where if you get put on that, you're just out for the season. Like you're just out. Like you're done. You're not even allowed to play a snap.
Done so.
Speaking of guys that got injured, what's his face? Who's that guy that played for us in the season we made the most recent playoffs? The playoffs most recently. They got injured.
Oh, you talking about? Was that Sincere? Was that him?
No, I'm talking corner. Sorry, I should have elaborated. Corner.
Oh, face on.
Yeah, Francis. I'll be interested to see. Fingers crossed he doesn't get injured again, but it'll be interesting to see how he contributes to that quarterback room that we got. Maybe he'll just be the number 2 corner because we still do have him on contract. Devondre Sweat, look up that guy. I'll let you click that.
I was gonna say, wasn't that the guy that had the incident with the car or something like that? Wasn't that Devondre? Who am I thinking of?
Devondre Sweat. Let me just look at news. Devondre Sweat news. Oh, he was arrested. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go. What's the name? Never mind, I ain't gonna say Ruggs 2.0, but.
That's a bit extreme, my guy. That's a bit. And the thing about Ruggs is he actually had a very clean record going into the draft and playing for us. He seemed like a very clean player, and then just out of nowhere, just did this crazy thing. So that's actually like the one like failed first round pick of like the Gruden Mayock regime where I don't even blame him. I really don't. I literally, because it's like literally there was no way you could have predicted that. There was no way you could have predicted that. So it's really just it's just bad luck.
Well, for my record, I wanted Justin Jefferson. He was like later they had him like I want to say 4th or 5th wide receiver, but I liked his game. You know what I mean? Like, and
then you can put that star on your chest as hey, I call it Justin Jefferson. Because a lot of people think he's just the best wide receiver. Period.
Yeah, I think he's definitely top because I like Chase too. I don't know, for some reason I like
Chase,
Chase's game too.
Jamar Chase he's up there. He's got some game to him. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah. And I mean, it's not like Adams ain't still cooking. He literally has like the
yeah,
guy who's like his like he like a coach that literally like helped him just hard cook and just pop off with the Packers is now his offensive coordinator. So he's probably going to have himself like a 2021 type season, but we're actually going to win this time. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
fingers crossed. But I have pretty high hopes for what he's going to do under this coaching. Yeah, let me look at this. Yeah, he was arrested less than a month ago. Suspicion of driving while intoxicated. Wait.
See, I'm gonna check the. She was just drafted tonight.
Dan, I just looked at what you posted. Dan, did you really predict us getting Joe Alt? Was that
Oh, you seen the
thing? I was like, bro, that's crazy. There's no way that Joe. I knew that there was no way Joe Alt was going to fall to us, bro. There was no way he was going to fall to us.
You know, we were sitting there in the war room, and he fell to us, and we had to take that pick. You know, we figured it was either him or Brock Bowers, and we took Joe off.
There we go. Yeah, there was no way Joe Alt was going to fall.
Yeah, that was crazy. Hey, and that makes sense for them too, because they better keep Crosby off that ass.
Yeah, let's pound. If you want to keep Crosby off his ass, let's pound Zamir White. Let's pound that run game, baby.
Yeah, I think Zamir's gonna shake out because he's kind of in that same boat as Wilson too. Because when we got him, he was coming off like an injury, and
I think so. Yeah, I forget he wasn't, and he had like some like up moments. I think there was like that one like jet sweep that he had in like a game that he won. There was like. And my dad was like, yeah, you put in the young running back with fresh legs. Yes. He had this crazy jet sweep that just like got us a bunch of yards. But when we just had him like just pound the wall, it really wasn't. The wall pounded him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then the second half of this season, I did not expect this at all. I was like starting to get kind of low on Zamir White. He actually just popped off and like basically hard closed the game for us against the Chiefs, who just like folded. We literally just beat their ass, bro. We literally just beat their ass like Christmas Day. Took their lunch money, bro. Like, God, that was such a good game, dude. Yeah. You should have seen how me and my dad were reacting when we got. I forget what was the order. Did we first get the pick six, or did we first get the like scoop and score? What was the first thing
we got the scoop and score. And
it was the next, it was the scoop and score first, and then
the next play,
our boy
was
Jack Jones jumps the route. He jumps the route.
That was nuts.
That was oh my god. When my dad literally he was like he went to like use the restroom where it's like Dad, we got a pick six, man. He's like, what? No, you're fucking you're shitting me. You're lying. You're literally deceiving. My son is a lie. I raised a liar. What?
It felt right too. It felt that's the way it's supposed to go. Like Patrick was looking confused on the sideline, like what just happened. But that's what it's supposed to look like. That's Raider ball. That's Raider football.
Yeah, making Travis Kelce just scream at his head coach. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just making it blow up hemorrhage his blade, just pop up vein in his brain, just dying.
Flex on your coach.
That's not what you're supposed to do. Yeah. Bro. Not the best role model.
But I guess it worked out for him in the end, though. You know,
True. I mean,
it did.
it's kind of frustrating to know that us beating their ass on Christmas Day may have actually helped them win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
yeah.
it is what it
You're
is.
welcome. You're welcome, Patrick.
Yeah,
You know,
why not just like give us your first round pick? Why not just give
yeah,
us your first round pick in thanks for
yeah,
helping you guys win a Super Bowl? You guys just give us the first round pick. No one's gonna get hurt. Okay, no
yeah.
one's gonna get hurt.
I'm very interested to see what they do. You know,
The Chiefs.
yeah. I feel like I'm guessing they're gonna go speed wide receiver.
Damn, you think? I mean, is there a speed wide receiver available? I don't know.
A lot of I think a lot of the people that they had come visit was Troy Franklin. I feel like I'm not too sure, but I think I heard them say that either Mitchell or Worthy met with him too. I think it was Worthy though, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me.
That's yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Oh shit.
Hmm.
Um, NFL NFL draft trades. I think there was a trade that happened. Um,
So we just go get Xavier Worthy for for Al Davis.
by the way, Jaguars. They gave what's his face a weapon. Um,
Oh, California kid. What's his name?
big ass dude. Big ass. Bro, I think the first time I
Lawrence
watched it play, bro, I was like, "What the fuck?" He's standing over his offensive lineman. It was when he played us and had that comeback against us. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Trevor.
Me and my dad were raving. It was like, "This guy's huge. What the fuck?" It was like
Trevor Law.
Trevor Law, yeah, Trevor Law, Trevor Lawrence. I
Trev
mean, to be fair,
Law.
shout out to him. He didn't just literally embarrass the fucking the Chargers. Okay, so
Yes.
I'm just shout
That
out him for that.
that's funny. Hey, that game. I remember I had a friend that he happens to like the Chargers, right? And it's funny because he was so excited when they were winning.
Dude, I was in a bar with
Oh,
my friend and there was actually a Chargers fan, and he was like popping off, bro. And dude, seeing his fucking dejection, bro, is like
yeah,
just how fucking sad he was. He was like,
yeah,
"Man, what the?" And he was like mad at everyone for like not either like not consoling him or not being. He was like, "Man, what the
yeah,
fuck, man?
yeah. Like,
Like,
bro,
y'all
it
don't
happens to
care
us all
about
the
this
time.
shit." And I
Hey,
just shut the fuck up. I'm like, I do care. In the other way,
yeah,
I'm glad you
yeah.
guys just got
I'm so
fucked.
I'm. You're like I'm smiling on the inside like this.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, that was
like it's
beautiful.
just. Oh, there we go. Speaking, it was funny just when we started talking about cornerbacks. Just when we started
Oh
talking about
no.
cornerbacks, 22nd pick, like Kenyon Mitchell for the Eagles, and I think the Lions actually traded up with the Cowboys
Okay.
to pick Terry and Arnold. They
Oh
just picked
wow.
Terry and Arnold, and I believe it was through a trade where they traded up a couple picks.
Shout out Meek. You got some help out there, boy.
Yeah, true, true, true. Yeah, I one of like the people, like the administrative people in my company. She's actually a Lions fan. I was like, girl, you got yourself a dog in
Yeah.
fucking in a meek.
Yeah.
Sad to see him go, but it is what it is.
That's where Hooker went too. Remember Hendon Hooker? Remember the talk about us possibly getting him in that I think second round of that draft.
Yeah, I was not high on Hendon Hooker. I was not high on Hendon Hooker at all. I was like, this dude is just making a bunch of really easy passes in a really easy college scheme. From again, I don't watch college tape, or I don't watch college football basically. But going into the draft, particularly that year when we were the number 7 pick, and there was a lot of conversations about the Raiders. They with having moved on from Derek Carr, there's
Yeah.
a big gaping hole. What are the Raiders going to do at quarterback, right? And I ended up looking into a lot of the quarterbacks, and not ended up looking but that team, he was a good surprise. A good
Yeah.
surprise. Uh, a good surprise. I mean, he's playing better than a fourth round pick. He's played better than a fourth round pick at bare minimum. But Yeah, man. I just wanted to see.
One thing I forgot to talk about too with you is Reggie Bush got the Heisman back.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the thing is, at that specific time when the Raid, that time of the just even in just the league because the Raiders just sucked that bad and other stuff. I really just wasn't following the NFL too much in that time. I was just like probably just watching the Super Bowl here and there. Or, yeah, I'm the kind of guy who like supports Bay Area sports, so I'd sometimes watch I don't know the Niners, I guess, when they were in the playoffs with Harbaugh. But yeah, good for it. It's good. Yeah,
I feel like that was the Jamarcus era, wasn't it?
I think so. Well,
time? 06,
yeah, I mean, I think so. Around that, and no one wants to remember the Jamarcus era, Bron. Yeah. That defense was so good, and we just took a shit.
Yeah, I remember the college game, the NCAA football when Reggie. I remember Reggie was hella raw in there, and so was Maurice Jones-Drew, hella fast for no reason, and then just like this, the agility was crazy. Yeah, I remember that.
You're talking Reggie Bush?
Yeah, Reggie with the college, the NCAA video game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was raw.
Oh, I didn't know he played a season for the Niners. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, won a chip with the Saints.
Yeah, he hurt his knee too. I remember he slid into the wall and then ended up tearing his ACL. That was crazy. I think it was against the Rams, if I'm not mistaken. That was crazy. He just slid, and then like kind of feet first into the wall, and then kind of just jammed his knee, tore his knee.
I just looked at the word torn on this thing. He had a torn meniscus at one point and a torn PCL. Yeah. PCL in 2007.
In college, he was one of the best men that I ever seen do it. You know what I mean?
Anytime that you got a Heisman, that's something that you will always carry with you. I was briefly watching some draft day coverage. And Jade Daniels, they're like, yeah, what would you rather? Rookie of the year or Heisman? And he was like, Heisman. You know what I'm saying? Because that sticks with you forever. That's what Jade Daniels said. Would you rather rookie of the what's award do you prefer? Heisman or rookie of the year? It's like that stays with you forever. Who was the Heisman winner that the Browns drafted? Who's like been doing a bunch of interviews recently.
Manziel. Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, Manziel. I mean, despite his career, he had an electric season in college or a couple seasons in college, and he always gets to carry the mantle Heisman winner, regardless of how he flamed out in the NFL.
Him too. He was pretty raw. Like he was like that, running around. He was like hella crazy, running around, just making plays. Like he'd just be running around for days.
Yeah, I just think he wasn't mature. I think as an athlete and as a player, he was there, but the outside of football things weren't there, and so he just didn't pan out. That's why you can't just get obsessed with talent, and that's why. No disrespect to Al Davis, but I think in this day and age, the Al Davis philosophy of drafting of just physicals above all, just physical characteristics above all else, I think that's a thing of the past. I don't think you could do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah.
It's like with the 13th pick, I want Joe Milton.
Yeah, Joe for the just so he has a fucking arm. You can just chuck that thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, no. No.
it's so funny when every time I see those like the combine when I see them just chucking, like oh my god, he's throwing the
It's like,
ball
look at
80
him spin that
yards.
thing. It's like,
Like yeah,
okay.
remember
Like,
Jamarcus?
yeah.
Remember Jamarcus Russell could chuck that shit too.
Went on his knees. I think on his knees,
Yes,
he just like
yeah,
throw like a full football field just on his
yeah.
knees. And
Because
where the fuck did that get him?
if yeah nowhere. If we had hella speed, then yes, then we can use that big ass arm. But until we start adding
True. That
more
that makes
speed,
sense. That's a fair point. I feel like the physicals it's gotta incorporate into the
yeah,
entire picture. You know what I'm saying?
got to
If you
got to
if you want
coordinate.
exactly if you want a guy with like if you just want to go all in on a quarterback with just a fucking just bomb of an arm, you need at least two guys that can just light it up. You need two
Yeah.
Trey Tuckers, okay? You need Ruggs
Hey,
and Trey Tucker. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Hey,
um,
how many times did we see Devontae like getting overthrew though? You know what I mean? Like where he's almost to the where he had to just hustle, and then just to not be just almost there.
I mean, for the first half of the season, what's his face was giving him hospital throws. Garoppolo was
Yes,
literally just throwing
Garoppolo
him
was trying.
hospital balls, just like in the intermediate, just about to get
Yeah.
just slammed out of his consciousness by a linebacker or some big
Hey,
ass safety, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, no. But there was that bomb. There was that bomb that in the Miami game that Aiden O'Connell threw to him. There was
Yeah.
that bomb. I think there are a couple others, maybe in like the blowouts that we had.
Yeah.
Man, that Giants game was beginning of an era, baby. You know,
That was nice. I thought, at first I thought that was one of those do it for coach moments.
it partly was, but it was more than that. It was like, nah, it's not just for the coach. Like, we're actually good. Like, we can win games. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think. Well, I've been talking a good bit. You got any thoughts stewing in that noggin? You know?
That's crazy. I'm excited for tomorrow. I want to see
Yeah,
what we do.
it's gonna be exciting. I'm probably not gonna hop on, but it's gonna be exciting. Oh, another offensive tackle. 7 offensive tackles. First round isn't even done. Absolutely, I'm pretty sure that's a record.
I
I'm
bet
pretty sure that's a ton of records. Then ton of
I bet
fucking records.
I bet a lot of people are upset. A lot of people are upset about that, not getting that, because that's a lot of tackles off. So now it's gonna be,
No, but I don't think, dude. The thing is, that's not even upsetting because it's just that deep. I'm pretty sure that literally this draft, like high end tackle talent, is there. Like it's just
yeah,
there. Like even if like 9 other fucking teams take a tackle, bro, you can the 10th tackle is like first round level. That's what I've been hearing, bro. Like the tackles are just the offensive, the big uglies. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That like they're really good in this
yeah.
draft. Like so it's not even a big issue. I
Well,
wouldn't be surprised if even more get picked.
we got Brock Bowers.
Yeah, we got Brock Bowers, who I don't know if he's good enough at tight end. He can be, a spot offensive tackle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's it was unfortunate that George Kittle, I think, got injured in the Super Bowl, like briefly, or was out some couple plays. I think he could have like made some
yeah,
key blocks and
yeah.
given the Niners a chance to get her done. But
That sucks. Yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah.
We'll have to take
Happens.
care of the Chiefs next year, I guess. But
Yeah, that's our job. That's what I say. It's on us because it starts in our division.
it does.
We'd be damned if they go for this 3-peat. Fuck that.
God, no, dude.
I'll be
Not on Max Crosby's watch, bro.
yeah,
Not on Max Crosby's watch.
yeah.
Not on fucking Antonio Pierce's watch. Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Pierce ain't having it, and that tasted good for him to get that victory against KC. Now there's nothing left.
That's what secured his job. That's what
Yeah,
literally gave him the job. Because we had
that beat.
just I forget if we had just lost the game before, or maybe it was like the game before the game before.
Yeah, I think it was. We lost the game. I think we won the game before. Won the game,
I think
lost
it
the
was the
game, and then
Chargers.
played.
We beat the Chargers and then immediately transitioned into the Chiefs. I think so.
I want to say it was either Chicago or the Vikings. I think the
No,
Vikings.
Chicago was McDaniels. That was under McDaniels.
So the Vikings, I think it
It
was
was
the Vikings.
Vikings, and then I think we literally turned. Oh yeah, if I remember, we lost to the Vikings in just
Yeah,
horrible fashion. Where I
yeah,
mean, the defense played great.
because
The defense played great.
remember it was 3, and then we went from 0
0-3.
to 63, 0 to 63. You know what I mean? They,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
saying,
Yeah,
yeah,
0-63.
yeah,
0-63. It was
yeah.
huge, insane turnaround. And like a
Yeah.
lot of players of the team were like, actually, the fact that we had to like play a game that quick because it was a Thursday night game.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we had to play a game that quick actually probably helped us because obviously you don't want to lose a game scoring no points. It's such a close game where you could have won it. That probably felt horrible for the guys on offense and for the guys on defense. And yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm curious to watch because I want to see like everyone's reaction to Brock Bowers because I kind of just hopped on. I was gonna just do like a little short little come on but glad you were able to come on, man.
Yeah, I actually have a day off today. A rare Thursday day off. Usually it's some Tuesday and whatever. But we started streaming on a day I was off. So saw your cat's popping off, starting a little Raiders party. But I think the final question, not super. I guess it's in our division. You think? Because you talking about the Giants, and you remember about the Jets. Who was like the Jets quarterback? I forget. I keep blank.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
No, the guy who that was the guy the guy who actually played quarterback against us.
Oh, you're talking about Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Yeah. You think? I feel like, given the fact that I feel like the Jets beat themselves that game, and I feel like Zach Wilson actually showed a lot of his positive traits against us, and some of his negative ones. In all fairness, right? But do you think do you think he'll be able to turn it around maybe-ish with the however many years from now with the either whether it's with the Broncos or later in his career or not? I feel like I'm kind of high-ish on him, relative to other people.
Yeah, I don't think he's. I mean, I'm not saying he's great and all that kind of stuff, but I'm saying I don't think he's that bad. I just think the situation he was in. Yeah, because I mean, look, shit, Aaron Rodgers didn't last a game.
He literally he didn't last the game. You know what I'm saying? And Zach Wilson, he showed the upside. He had some pretty crappy initial seasons, but he put together an okay year. And I feel like at bare minimum he has upside to him. So every game he plays except for against the Raiders, I wish him well, but.
If he didn't step out of bounds, that play,
they probably beat us that game.
Yeah, bro, and literally because that game was so close that any score, you're winning that. You know what I mean? You're
100% with that defense that they had, and I was like, Zach Wilson, he sucks. We're gonna cook his ass. And then the first half, their offense was kind of getting the work done on us. I'm like, whoa,
shit, we got
this, bro. Our defense sucks, bro. What is this?
No, we got cooked by Tyson. We got cooked by Tyson Bagent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bagent. Oh yeah, but yeah. I mean, yeah, we got cooked by Bagent. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I think I'm pretty sure that was part of the reason that we got their offensive coordinator was okay, if this offensive coordinator was able to cook our defense with that offense, with that quarterback, he probably has a couple correct ideas going on in his head.
We lightweight shut down Dobbs at Minnesota, and then
he literally got benched. They literally got benched that game because. And it was only pretty sure because they benched him that they ended up scoring because what was that guy's name?
The Raider killer.
Literally, he's the Raider killer. Literally, bro. He killed us with the Niners. He killed us with the Vikings. Subbed in the fourth quarter. But Josh Dobbs began to have when he got traded and played for the Vikings, he seemed to be pretty good. But I guess once there was more tape out on him, coach just kind of figured him out. And R.I.P. boys.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man. Yeah. You off tomorrow too or no?
Nah, I ain't off tomorrow. I'll just pay attention on my phone with the draft and the Raiders and all that stuff. But yeah, I ain't off tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'll be live for the draft and everything.
My boss's boss is going to be in tomorrow, so I want to be there for that.
Okay, show him the superstar you are. You know what I mean?
100%, 100. Any last words? My burger's getting cold. I haven't eaten my burger.
Man. Just Brock Bowers, let it digest. I know, like, it's not. A lot of people say it's not sexy. It's a sexy pick, but it's kind of sexy when you think about it. That's kind of sexy having him and Mayer, and what I like about it is it's organic. It's instead of
they didn't force it. It's not forced. It's not forced. Nothing. They didn't force anything.
We're not trading or paying hella money to somebody else's star. We're getting our
selling the farm. We didn't trade any of our players for him. But he fell to us. Took the best prospect available, and we have a clean rest of the draft to look forward to. Really get it done.
Yeah. So I like it. Telesco, do what you do, bro. Handle your scandal. You know what I'm saying? Do you do.
Keep cooking, Telesco.
Let him cook.
Literally, let him cook. Honestly, bro. Honestly, that's my message to Raiders. Just let them cook. Let the Raiders cook, bro. Trust in the process or something like that.
Yeah, trust the process.
Trust the process. Trust in Antonio Pierce. He will take us to the promised land. Absolutely. In Max Crosby, we trust. In Antonio Pierce, we trust. In Tom Telesco, we trust. In Devontae Adams, we trust. In Malcolm Kuntz, we trust. In Tyree Wilson, we trust.
Yes.
In there we go. Just right. Okay. In Andon O'Connell, we trust, baby. In Gardner Minshew, we trust, bro. Let's fucking go. Raiders salute, baby.
Yes, sir.
We out.
So salute. We out. See you next time for the next draft, and appreciate you guys. I know it was kind of a slow start, you know what I mean, but we get it cracking. So appreciate it, guys. Damn, it went lights out. But appreciate you guys. Enjoy the night. Raiders. Let's go.